Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to our movie club. And today we are going to cover another episode of Squid Games, number 5 and 6, I guess. Right. So let's start with the first one. And mask is not that convenient, so I'm going to remove it. But you know, people on the street don't understand what is mask about. So when we walk with Vova, they just what? So not Squid Game, not that popular in Russia, it seems.
Come on, come on.
So am I wrong? Okay.
Yes, I think that you are wrong. A lot of people know about.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the same year.
Probably fear in their eyes, Yvonne. They're looking at you thinking you're going to pull out a gun and start killing people at random.
Okay, let me try to share screen just to read these names. As always, we have main characters. Can you see this?
Yep.
Bova, can you help us with main characters? Episode number 5.
Yes. Jehan. 456.
The main one, right? We remember him.
Yes.
The main loser, I would say.
Yeah.
Sang-woo.
Ju or who? I don't know. Sang-ju.
Jew, yeah.
Sang-ju. 111. A doctor, one of
Contestants?
Who is contacted by some corrupt staff to assist them in an organ harvesting
Scheme?
scheme to make some extra money.
Well, what does it mean extra money?
A lot of money.
Extra mean additional something, right? Okay. Continue.
Hula, Gidus, bread, arm and a leg.
Duck Su, the cruel, heartless gangster with a tattoo on his neck.
Duck Su, Krell, Heartless, right? Heartless gangster. Next one. Let's ask Sergey to read. You see, Sergey is bored a little bit. Sergey, could you please continue with number 200?
212, Minyo, a woman who ingratiates herself with Dixu, trading sexual favors to be in his group of sucks.
Sucks, yeah.
Sucks.
Do you remember what does mean ingratiate? Ingratiate.
Ingratiate, cover, intrigues.
It's from gracious, right? Gratitude, right, teacher?
A little bit, but it has a bad connotation.
Yeah. So when you're making favor for someone to, you know, to be accepted like a friend, I guess. Does it work? My explanation, teacher?
It's kind of like you're showing fake gratitude. Oh, Ivan, you're so smart. The Russians are so great. Oh, what can I do for you, Ivan? Everything you say is correct. Oh, yes, sir. You're, you know. What can I do for you?
I'm a little bit suspicious now, teacher.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, people like that are pretty obvious. Yeah.
Sergey, could you please continue?
Sang-woo, Jihan's friend who mom runs and restaurants for her livelihood. Il-nam, an old man dying from a brain tumor and can't remember his own name.
His own name, yeah. And the most useful guy in the team, right? Usually.
Because he is experienced.
Experience it, yeah. The experience is very important, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and who else?
Sibyuk, the North Korean defector girl who needs money to get her younger brother out of orphanage. Jun-ho, a policeman who infiltrated the games to find his missing brother, whom he believes to be in the games.
Okay. Okay, so and two more. Young girl, right, recruited by Cybyuk and PREEST. PREEST was very disgusting guy, right? Who always, how we said, preached in a way that we think that he doesn't believe in. Okay, so episode 5. Let's start with this. So how it started, Leila? Do you remember?
It was the repetition of the episodes for the end part. Is it the tug-of-war game, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then they were taken to a big elevator to take them to their place, I think, because the game is over. And in the elevator, there were a lot of interesting conversations, and the priest was praying.
But the most important moment, do you remember in episode 4, they made kind of a strategy how to win.
Yeah, we talked about it. You told me about the tug-of-war and the guy. I'm sorry, I have to just check his name. The lawyer, I mean, no, not the educated one. Sang-woo and the old man. They were wise enough to find a good strategy. First, the old man and the educated man. And when the priest started praying, the girl recruited by Cybyuk just interfered and interrupted this praying, and she was angry because a lot of people died because of the game, because of them. She was feeling guilty, I think. And then they were taken to their how can I say, the place where they sleep, they eat. And that's what I remember for the beginning.
To their room, I would say, or how we call it, to the hall, to the
dormitory.
Dormitory. Okay.
Is where they sleep. So where all the beds are, I would call it a dormitory.
Bunks, right?
The bunk beds. Yep.
Right.
Okay, Sarah, can you help us? How do you remember that episode 4 finished when they developed the strategy? Like, on my command, make 3 straight steps forward, right? Something like this.
I'm sorry, but episode 4.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it.
Yeah, but
I watched episode 5.
Okay, let's ask someone else. Gi-hun, do you remember this moment? So they developed the strategy how to win.
Yes.
So in episode 5, actually in the beginning, we learned was it a good strategy or not, right?
Yes, because they win.
Yeah. So tell us how did it work and why?
I don't know how to explain the strategy.
That's the challenge.
3 steps forward.
Yeah.
Right? And then I don't remember.
Well, if you got a tug of war and suddenly one side just lets loose, what's going to happen to the other side?
We'll push.
The other side's going to fall backwards, right?
Right.
So they ran 3 steps forward to slack the rope, so the other team was pulling against nothing. So they all fell down backwards, and they're lying on the floor. Now the other team is still standing up.
Right. And they
I had goosebumps, believe me, while watching it. I mean,
it was spooky, yeah.
Yeah, and I think because they lost the stability of the bodies, they were useless. You cannot coordinate well. You need time to find another pose, right? Find another coordinate the team. So and while you do this, you already lost. That's the idea.
Yep.
Okay, but it was a very risky strategy, Gi-hun. Don't you think so?
I think it's more a smart strategy.
Right.
The problem was Ji-hun didn't have enough space to run 3 steps. So he's hanging over the air like, yeah!
I think it was a scary moment for him. So he need to step actually to nowhere, right? Just to to believe everything will end well. You know, I believe so.
Ivan,
Yeah.
would you play that game if you were them?
If you were what?
If you were in their shoes, would you play that game?
But I think in their shoes, you know, you don't have a choice. You just play what you say.
But a lot of people are going to be that because of your strategy or something like that.
It's what we call kill or be killed.
It's
an easy choice. It's an easy choice, Layla.
Well, it's an interesting question, Layla. I'm a happy person. I never was in such circumstances, so I never.
Yeah, I know.
I have never choose between, you know, leave or kill someone. So
That's good, Ivan.
And I don't know how would I
I would jump.
Jump.
I wouldn't play.
Well, what, Layla, if the other 9 people on your team were your family? Then would you say, I'll just die and let the other side live? What about your side?
A very difficult comment, Teacher Lee. Thank you.
Just die and let them die with you. So all your team would die with you.
That's what teamwork is about. You're not playing for you. You're playing for your team.
Well, I remember
you can't pull backwards anymore. What should you do in this case? So you will surrender, right?
Well, there's no surrender in this game.
Teacher Lee 1, Layla 0. Thank you, Teacher Lee.
It's live or die for 10 people. So whatever decision you make is going to affect 9 other people. So,
but I remember that without even this, you know, scary situation, when people play team games, they have a lot of like emotions. I remember when I played hockey, you know, people sacrifice themselves to let the team win. You know, they just jump and fall down and do everything just, you know, for my teammates. So it's kind of the same, and it's not death and life question.
Yeah.
So yes, Gerard?
Do you remember there is a couple, or a married couple?
Right.
Yeah.
I don't understand what's the point on participating in this game, because they love a lot each other. So at the end, only one can win. So even if the one wins, it's a bad end for them.
Yeah.
But Gerard, I don't remember. Was it exactly said that only one winner there? Because they can vote for the stopping of the game or not?
I think it's clear that the winner is only one. It's an elimination game.
Yep.
For the marble game.
No,
Right.
no. In general, for the whole, you know, Squid Games.
Oh yeah, whole game one can win. But he's talking about for the marble game. What I thought about the marble game was it was the simplest game, but it was the most emotional because they joined with their friend to play together, and then they were told one of them had to die.
Yeah.
And suddenly you've got to kill your friend. So that's what Gerard is saying. Only one can live. One has to die.
Yeah.
But besides that, you know, why the 2 members of the couple go to play this game? If they know that only one can win, you know?
Oh yeah.
It's stupid. It's stupid. Only one go to participate. If we win, so good luck. At least can live with the.
There wasn't a married couple there, was there?
Yeah, there was.
There was a couple. Yes, there were a married couple.
Okay, let's call it a special form of divorce. You know.
I don't. Well, they didn't. When they joined, they didn't know that. Yeah.
Okay,
guys,
so.
I'm sorry for interrupting you. But guys, until now, I don't understand what's the reason behind this game. So they gather all these contestants and play this damn game and terminate.
Yeah, let's ask someone.
Yes, what for? What's for?
Yeah, what's the reason of this game? Could you explain?
I think it is to amuse someone.
There is no amusement seeing that.
Yeah.
Well,
That's right.
reason for whom? for the contestants have one purpose. The game show people have a different purpose.
Teacher Lei, what I'm thinking is that, because I read some books, to get rid of poverty in the world, maybe, and also making people kill each other. They are not human beings anymore. I mean, what I'm thinking is that humanity is dying, and this series gives us the message that we are losing our values, our feelings, you know.
Okay.
But what she's asking is, why are the people playing the game? Why are these 456 people?
They were chosen, right?
Well, they were chosen for a reason, but why did they? What is their purpose for playing this game? Are they playing it so they can win fame?
No. Win the money and get rid of their debts.
They need money. They're playing for money because they are broke, bankrupt, poor, suffering in life, miserable from minute to minute to minute. Their lives are in danger in the real world from people they owe money to. So
but as for
but you must understand me. This is not my question. I'm saying those people who create such a game. What's the purpose? What's the reason behind this game?
We don't know that yet.
Yeah, good question, but it was not covered in the episodes that we already covered. Maybe it will be covered in the future episodes, but...
And if you notice, guys, when that cop went to that room, he found a lot of records. So it seems this game was playing maybe
1990.
Exactly. Yeah.
Maybe more than 20 years or more. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We can call it Olympics games for losers, you know.
They keep it a secret on purpose. It's invitation only. They don't advertise it. They come to you individually and give you a card. And when so it's all very secretive, yeah.
And no one will get out of there too. So
there's only one person to tell you about it. And he's only one person.
And this person is highly motivated to keep this in secret, right? Because of all this money. So
it started out as gangsters that exist in our world.
Yeah.
It's not just a movie.
But this game, this game is not something unique, you know. Never see that's something that we never seen in the history. Do you remember these amphitheaters in the Roman Empire?
Maybe it's a secretive organization, or I don't know.
What Romans did in these big, amphitheaters? They conducted fights between slaves, right? Gladiators. So someone killed another one to entertain people. So
and with lions.
With lions, with animals. Yeah.
The Roman Colisseum. Yep.
Yeah.
No spoilers, Ivan, please.
Sorry, Gerard, could you repeat, please?
No spoilers.
No spoilers. Okay, no spoilers. But I have not watched it yet, so I cannot spoil because I have not watched future episodes yet. Okay. So they won this team of Gi-hun, right? They won this competition with tug-of-war, or how it's called. So they survived. They returned to dormitory. We are staying at this point, and now we are going to learn a few things. First one is about secret scum, right? With a doctor and all these corrupt
staff members.
Yeah. I was about to call them circles and triangles, but I don't know how. And frontman seems to be against this game, right?
Wow, you got them all. Okay.
Yeah. I have a big family. I have a lot of masks.
Cool.
Okay, let's cover this. Vasanth, could you please tell us about this scam, secret scheme, or what it was?
Yeah, the scam was organ transplanting, organ trafficking,
harvesting, right?
Yeah, organ harvesting from the dead bodies, but unknown, without letting the frontman know all these things. Very few soldiers and a doctor were involved in this, but somehow they got captured. They had a fight with each other because the doctor wanted to win the game, or at least want to be alive. So he wanted to get the secret to pass the next level game. But they had a fight with each other. So eventually he was exposed to the front man and he killed the mob. He killed the soldier. But the front man's concern was not the organ harvest. It's about revealing the identity and then risking the game's secrets. He killed.
Yeah. So they tried to make this scam, as teacher corrected me in the chat. So it's a scam, right? Not scam. What is scam then? Teacher, is it a real word, scam?
Scum is literally what it is. If you've ever seen a lake that the water sits real still and the water doesn't move and you get green junk on top of the water. Remember mute date, that green stuff on the lake?
Yeah.
That green stuff on top of the lake water that she wanted to lick, that is scum. It's what floats on top of the water, and it's nasty, yucky stuff, okay? That's scum. So we use that term for people that are really, really, really bad people. Gangsters are scum. They're the waste part of society that's disgusting, you know? So these scum are running a scam.
Okay. I see. Can we call this our participants of the game, you know, all these losers, like a scum?
They're the scum of society, the losers of society, the least desirable part of society. Yes, we could.
I see. Thank you very much. Okay, so Gerard, why doctor started this fight? Do you remember why he was unhappy with his role?
Which doctor?
Yeah, that's
the doctor because he wanted to leave the facilities to go to do his job with the bodies of the dead participants, so he could get information about the next game. So he had a privileged position, you know. If he knew, he could prepare himself, and he was obsessed with that. And sometimes the guards couldn't provide him the information, and he was angry. He was mad at them.
Yeah, and I remember he was so surprised, right? What will be the game? We don't know yet. We will tell you when we will know. I'm not agree. You go there, you will know. You let me know what the game will be conducted. But I can understand him, kind of, right? It's a death and life question for him. So, and they just tell, you know, we will tell you. What if you don't, right? So I will be scared.
The problem is, what this doctor to me was stupid. Okay.
Yep.
If you screw up the scam, you all die. So these guys can die too. So they're not gonna risk dying just to cheat you. They have a good thing going. They're making extra money.
But either way, he will die, right?
Yeah,
Okay, Sergey, may I ask you, when Teacher Liv wrote in our chat that doctor screwed things up, I thought about another thing. Do you remember what doctor did bad in a bad manner before? So they were harvesting and selling organs to Chinese, right?
Yeah.
And what's the corrupted guy, what he said about these organs?
Once upon a time, he tried to take an eye, but the people who lied on the search table was leave, and he moved, and that's why doctor lost one eye. And after the discussion, this situation, they were nervous about it, and the doctor tried to show his position, and the bodyguard tried to show their position.
Yeah, they had an argument, right? So the person who was under the surgery, it was alive, right? And
yeah, that's why ex-surgeon was very nervous because it looked like a kill. That's why doctor killed the people. But I can't imagine how to take eye from a live body.
A living person, right? So, but when I think about this, I found that the whole scam kind of unrealistic. You know, what's the chances that we have a doctor? What's the chances among participants? What are the chances that he will agree to work with us? And then we need to find some Chinese. Then we need to secretly deliver this organ. So many steps need to be done.
Why not? I think, why not?
Well, the doctor has a motivation to agree. Why would the doctor say yes to this? What has he got to gain? His life. If they tell him the next game and he can prepare for it, that's an advantage to him. So the doctor's going to say yes. You know, if we can give you a chance we can increase your chances of living. Yes. He's going to say yes. But the problem is, how long are you going to have this doctor's services? He could die in any game. So you might just have him for a day or two. That's the stupid part.
And it's very hard to keep in secret, right? Because you have to extract this doctor from all the participants, and they could notice, and any bodyguard could notice. So it's a very, let's say, risky scheme, I would say.
And cameras are everywhere, you know.
Vasanth, first, please.
Yeah, I wonder why a doctor would come to this place. He has a great profession to earn more. Why would he come to this?
Because during a surgery, he killed somebody, a patient of him, and he didn't do it on purpose. So he's not a doctor anymore. His license was taken away from him.
Okay.
Yeah. Gerard, please.
The risk was especially high for the guards, because if the organization knew that they were doing that, helping a participant, they would be automatically killed. The doctor probably would die all the same, but the guards were stupid to risk their lives in this way.
Yeah. And so many people involved, and so many nuisances for this. So it looks like not really realistic to me, if you ask me.
The money, I guess you can make a lot of money selling organs on the black market. So they probably made a lot of money, but you're right, the risk is tremendous.
Yeah. Okay, so Leila, why do you think for the frontman, this guy, why it's so important to maintain the equality? So, you know, I would not care if I was a frontman. Okay, someone know about game. I don't give a shit, you know. So they still kill each other. It's still a show, so I can present it to someone. So why should I be worried about this?
Ivan, when you say the front man, who do you mean?
The guy with this mask as well.
Oh, I didn't understand his aim, to tell you the truth. But what I'm thinking is that he likes watching people dying, and I think he's a kind of mentally ill person, you know, because I'm sure he has got some, you know, how can I say, a lot of money, maybe a lot of power. I don't know what he's gonna gain, but I can't understand him because he's not a human being for me.
Yeah, but I understand what you're talking about, but my question is kind of different, you know. Do you remember he killed everyone participated in the scam, and his motivation, he said, the only thing I guarantee for you all is equality of chances or something like this.
But what I'm thinking is that's why I can't talk a lot of things here, but I was reading a book And it says in this book, a different book, I will tell you later, it says equality, no poverty, everybody is going to be the same, blah, blah. So what I'm thinking is that maybe this gives us this message. I mean, it is an utopia.
Well,
no cheating, teacher Lee said, right, but no cheating, everybody is going to be treated equally, but anybody can be dead in a moment.
Okay,
I don't understand it.
My point is that cheating is the problem for whom? For participants. You know, some participants has less chances. But if for a frontman, you know, why he's worried? So it's still a show, you know, still.
I think, yes, I agree with you. Show. He wants to prove himself.
Yeah. Think about this, okay? This is an elaborate setup. You got all these pink guys hired to run these games. You've got the front man hired to run these games. Someone is in charge of the games. All of these people are being paid money to murder people.
Yeah.
Or to let people murder each other. Well, they're murdering people too. All of this is a huge illegal scam. Why are these people doing this? They're being paid a lot of money to follow orders. You circle guys, your job is this. Do this job. You do this job, you make a lot of money. You don't do this job, you die. You know, these people are making a lot of money and they're paid to follow orders. Their lives depend on following orders. So the front man was told by his boss, you make sure these games are fair.
Okay. I see. Okay, could be, yeah.
So that's his prime directive, is to make sure all the contestants have an equal chance. It's the best we can do for people that are going to die.
Okay.
Shirley, can I ask you something? What about the staff wearing the red uniforms? Did they join the game voluntarily?
I think they are victims too. They have some past.
I don't know, Gian.
Are they poor? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know their motivation.
You know what I thought about this, you know, equality and equal chance things. I saw that in the movie, correct me if I'm wrong or if it sounds stupid, but I thought it's, you know, about capitalism and socialism. You know, all these losers, they kind of victim of capitalism, you know, and they're like another side of the story, you know, everyone is equal.
Yeah.
Everyone has
yes,
equal.
that we call egalitarianism, I think. Do we call egalitarianism, I think.
Could be. So I think because I read an article about this movie and they say that people in Korea consider this movie, you know, like about real social problems. So people are suffering of, you know, clothing industry, about, you know, all these inequalities, about all this, what capitalism brings us usually. So it's kind of, you know, social drama or something like this. But it's hard for me to relate for this because I'm, you know, not in this context.
Well, I look at it this way. If I've got 456 people playing a competition and they know only one can win and the rest will die, what is the best I can promise the 455 people that are going to die? The only thing I can promise them that will make them feel good is you will have an equal chance.
Yes.
You all have an equal chance. That's the only thing I can do good for you. You know, and that's the front man's principle. He was told, make sure all of these people, most of them are going to die, at least make sure they have an equal chance of winning. And that's the name of this episode was A Fair Game. That's the whole principle of these games is all of you are going to die but one. The only thing I can do for you is you all have an equal chance. Okay. It's up to you. Yeah.
There is something that happened that is not okay with that. You know, the moment they allow in the dormitory to kill each other, so the stronger can have more chances to kill the weaker. So what's the fairness in this moment?
Equal chances does not mean, equal opportunities.
Well, the chances inside the game, but outside the game, if they allow killing people, each other outside the game, the advantage is for the stronger people. Contestants.
Yeah.
I agree with you there, Gerard. I didn't think about that. You're right. That violates the principle to me.
Violates. I hate the front man.
Okay, Wawa, would you like?
So do I. But guys,
Squid
just
Game,
talk.
Government project, because government want to kill bandits and
Gangsters and put people. Okay, so what thinks that it's a governmental project, just to clear the society? Okay, we will see.
Very good.
A bit cruel, right? A bit cruel. Teacher Lee?
Guys, why did it's okay, Teacher Lee, or can I ask something?
Go ahead.
Yes, I'm just saying, why did those dark, atrocious guards cheat? I mean, cheat on the organism or betray the organism, though they already know all that dormitory is under surveillance. There is a camera surveillance. So I don't know just why they do that and sell their organs for their advantage.
As Teacher Lee said, a kidney on the black market, cost like
a lot of money.
$15,000 or something like this. So you can get a lot of money.
Now, what she's saying is that they had a camera room that monitors all the cameras. One of those people was a conspirator.
Right.
And he watched what his team was doing, and he erased the camera footage.
I see.
They depended on one guy to erase the camera footage so they would not be discovered. That's pretty risky.
It reduces their chance. Yeah, it's very risky. You need to doctor, you need to hide, you need a lot of things. Yeah, so you have to be a very lucky guy, to keep this moving. Okay, but we have to go to forward, because I think we can cover only one episode. I just looked on the time. So okay, so they returned to their dormitory. What they started to do, Sarah? Do you remember?
Yes, as far as I remember, there were two teams. Yes, then they start to build a barrier card, I think, do we call it? And then they agreed the two persons will stay watch all night. And what else? Yeah, and then that old man all of a sudden got a high fever, and then Gi-hun try his best to alleviate that temperature, and then that northern China, I think, girl gave him a bottle of water. Then what else happened?
It's correct. So they returned to dormitories. They started to build barricades, and this gangster went there and said, "Ha! Do you think this barrier will stop us? So we are irresistible. We will crush you." So what they said to him? Do you remember? So what was the game changer? Jehan, do you remember what was the game changer? What they say to this criminal?
Ji-hun told him to think or to care about his group, because they are the one who would kill him, because he's the stronger here and majority are weak, so he's the main target. So the gangster then he got scared of what he said. Then he told his group that this night we will take it off and we will not kill anyone. Yeah, that's it, I think.
So do you agree with Gi-hun? So was it a real danger, or something? Or it was just
did the gangster threat Gi-hun and his team to kill him? Or you mean in the same game?
No, we are speaking about, probably didn't watch fourth episode, but in the fourth episode, during the night, people attacked each other and killed each other, actually. Because, you know, it just increase your chances. If you kill someone, you know, you don't have to, you have one competitor less. So during the night, they kill each other. That's why they built this barrier. And gangster came there, and Jehan said, you know, you care about us, but you should be worried about other gangsters.
Your team,
right?
yes.
Your team, because you are the main like goal for them. What do you think? Is it a real danger or is it just a trick? Vasanth, you are smiling. So what do you think? Is it a trick or real danger?
Oh, I was looking at Volvo. He was imitating you.
Teacher Liv wrote that it was a psychological trick. Gerard, do you agree?
Yes, I do, but it could be also real.
Yeah.
It's very easy, but when the gangster is sleeping, he cannot
You
do
know,
any harm.
Gerard, what I'm thinking, Gi-hun doesn't seem that he's a very clever guy.
No.
So it could be real because this is what he is thinking, maybe, really.
Yeah, there is another guy always is praising him. No, he's like a sort of psychopath, but this guy can stab him in the back.
Right.
Yeah, but I like this moment because I started to think, really, you know, if gangsters kill everyone, right? So they have no goals anymore. So who will be the next target? So it's like, you know, we call these spiders in the jar, but I don't know, is the English equivalent for this. So when when there are no victims, you know, you are the victim, you are the game now. So interesting thing. So from my opinion, gangster decided, okay, I will keep these losers, you know, just to have more targets, just in case. It was interesting. And another interesting thing is that he cannot just trust anymore to each one. So, and it undermine his ability, undermine their power. Very, very good psychological trick. Usually, do you think that it's a real danger or just a trick? What do you think?
I think it was just a trick. They were too afraid of him, but they were depending on him to keep them alive until everyone else was dead. So for the time being, it was, you know, they were going to protect him because he's protecting them. But we call it planting a seed of doubt in his mind, and that doubt grows and grows. They wouldn't kill me, would they? Well, you know, that guy might want to take my place and be the boss. Maybe he would do it. You plant the seed of doubt, and it grows in the guy's mind.
You lose your confidence, right? You think, why he's looking on me? Why he's not sleeping just now? So should I sleep or should I? It's interesting. Well,
I think this was a trick and real
danger.
Real danger.
At the same time, right?
Yes.
Okay, but Gi-hun, Layla had a brilliant point. So Gi-hun, he doesn't strike me like a very smart guy. So if nobody else thought about him about this, why he thought about it? So it's interesting.
We have a paranoia. Everyone knows what paranoia is. By planting that seed of doubt in the gangster's mind, it made him paranoid. He began, we say, to see an Indian behind every tree. Every tree you look at, you see a hidden threat. Why is that guy awake at night? Why is this guy looking at me? You start imagining things.
Yes, exactly. Usually, how we call these people who are kind of guards during the night? So they choose two guys to be guards for the camp during the night. Is there a special name for them?
We just call it guard duty.
Guard duty. Okay, guard duty. Yeah. Okay, anything else about this? Okay, we forgot the line with policeman, right? Policeman was there during this doctor scam and everything. Sergey, do you remember this part?
Yes, I remember, but it's a boring moment. During a part of series, the policeman wanted to some details about his brother, and he included to he went to the party who harvest organs, who killed somebody of the guard, and he went to a room where storage document about participants. But it's a strange line for me.
Okay. But I think we learn a lot from these documents. Leila, what do we learn from these documents? When he found this, archive, or how we call it?
I mean, what I'm thinking is that he's trying to find out the real file, the date on which is written, right? So 2015, he found it. He was very excited. I mean, I didn't understand one thing. He was so sure that his brother was still in this game, but why he was looking at the 2015 file?
Gerard, do you know the answer?
I don't know, because if he was the winner of the game, why he should be in the island? Is that the question? Logic question,
but I think he lost his money. He spent all his money and participated another time. So it's how I understood this. So his brother won the game somewhere in the past, but participated again.
Teacher Lee wrote something very important that we forgot to mention. His brother has one kidney, and the other one is, I think his brother gave him,
exactly.
right?
He said this, He said, doctor, when he talked to doctor, he said, you extracted a kidney, and do you know where is another kidney in my body? Something like this. So it was my brother, So, but his doctor was smart. He said, it was a woman,
So a subplot was the conspirators discovered the policeman was among them. So he had replaced one of their conspirators. So they began to suspect him anyway. And the reason they suspected him is while they were operating, they were talking about a previous patient that they had killed, and he only had one kidney. So Gi-hun thought, or Jun-ho thought, that may have been my brother. So he started asking questions. They called that patient the zombie for some reason. So he said, tell me about this zombie. Why did you have to kill him or whatever? And they got suspicious because they said, well, you were there. You're the one that killed the guy. And he went, so they found out he wasn't the real number 29. So he and another guy left the group to go deliver the bodies underwater. Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember it was another line of suspicion. So do you remember they said it's impossible that patient on the table was alive? Why? Because there was an automated sniper rifle who killed everyone. So it's just impossible. So how he can be alive? And it's because it was not a participant. It was a guard who
didn't kill him.
Yeah, who was killed by policeman. Do you remember? Policeman killed another guard.
That guy.
Okay.
So, and they started to be worried how it's possible. So, suspicious, like suspense race, right? So they were collecting these evidences, and eventually they will find out that there are policemen.
So, guys, his brother is already dead, right?
We don't know.
So that guard was honest when he said that was a girl, it wasn't boy, because they raped her in turn.
Exactly, you are right. Doctor said that it was a girl, but I don't know. Should we believe the doctor? Because doctor had a gun pointed to his head, so he would say anything. So I don't trust doctor in this regard.
But I believed. I do believe. Right.
All the policeman knew was his brother disappeared some years ago, apparently, not recently, but some years ago, and he's always been hunting for his lost brother. And when he heard about when Gi-hun went to the police station
Mhm.
in episode 2 and reported these games, the policeman thought, maybe my brother was in those games. Maybe that's where my brother is. So that's why he sneaked onto the island to try to find out where his brother was. Maybe he's being held prisoner there. He doesn't know yet. And as he learned about the games, he realized there's only one person is going to live. So now he's thinking, maybe my brother's dead. So, but they don't use names in the games. So no one knows his brother because they don't use names.
Yeah.
Didn't he find his brother record?
Yeah.
That's right. So that's why he had to get the records. The records would have everyone's name and history.
Demographic, yes.
So when he found the
Information.
records, I guess maybe he was able to look for somebody with a missing kidney. And he found his brother's name. And when he found his brother's name, he saw that he was in the 2015 games.
Yes.
So then he went to the book for 2015, found the
Yeah.
page on his brother, and found out his brother won the game that year. So his brother survived and won a lot of money. So where
Oh.
is his brother now?
No, where is his money now? Where
Oh,
is
his
money
brother
now?
was the winner for that year.
Huh?
So I'm saying, so his brother
Right.
was the winner for that year.
That's right. But his
Um,
brother won the game, won a lot of money, but he still disappeared. He hasn't heard from his brother since 2015. So if his brother won all this money, where is his brother? That's the question.
Maybe he's the front man, Teacher Lee.
No. He's on Gavayan.
We don't know. We don't know at this point. His brother's alive and rich, and we don't know where he is.
yes,
Okay.
maybe that could be. It could be one of the VIP. So maybe they promote him to a higher rank, we can say.
We ladies have real imagination.
Okay, so time flies. So I think we should, stop on this episode. So next episode we will cover another session. So
It's marble.
Gerard, did we forget something important in episode 5?
To me, the thing it didn't have sense is having this filing cabinet with paper, files. With it,
Exactly.
I mean, with computers, that's such a modern island. You should have all the information in the computer. So it doesn't have much chance to have this filing cabinet and this room.
Yeah, police will say thank you, right? You documented everything well, so
Yeah.
thank you.
It's not
very
that
much.
the game just started 50 years ago.
Yeah,
It's quite recent. They started quite recently.
Yeah. So again, risky, very risky.
Yeah.
Guys,
And
when the
also,
front, sorry.
yeah, go ahead, Sarah.
I'm saying, when the front man was speaking on the phone, he was speaking English, wasn't he? So just I'm wondering whether or not that cop can understand English because he's originally Korean.
It was probably Korean language, and they dubbed it English for us. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Exactly, yeah. of
But
course.
why in particular that I'm seeing that scene was
But-
dubbed into English?
Yeah.
So-
Gerard?
I watched the movie in Korean, and there's a moment where they speak in English.
VIPs,
Really?
The VIPs are rich Americans, I guess, that
Yeah, they
pay
speak.
to watch the game for entertainment.
But
not
I
the-
was just
Wow.
wondering if he understood that. Because he
Wow.
said something important, I think, the front man in the phone, and that was eavesdropping. I mean, the cop
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
So hearing what he was saying. So I don't know if he understands English.
Lots of funny points, really. I didn't notice that.
Somebody's
Okay,
going to
I-
pay for the games, so
And it's a lot of money, right? To build all this setup, to hire a lot of people to help, and all this equipment, and so it must be expensive. Must be expensive, and to pay the price as well.
And the question I was doing to myself was, what are you are you going to do with such amount of cash? You cannot spend. If you want to, spend a lot of money, you need numbers in a bank account.
Yeah.
It's not it's not useful to having so much cash.
But if you have a bank account, you know, eventually government start to ask you where you got all this money, right?
But you can have a bank account in a, you know, in a paradise.
Cayman Islands, yes, as always.
Oh, crypto money.
That's a good point, though. Yeah.
Okay, let's make some slides. We have some slides today.
There's two questions left that we didn't mention: is how do they steal the bodies, and how do they deliver the organs?
I don't remember. Vasanth, do you remember how they steal the bodies?
When they put the dead bodies into the chamber, the cremation chamber, I think they have some other setting, you know, to make it empty. Yeah.
I would call it a second bottom or something. A
fake bottom, yeah, a fake bottom.
Fake bottom.
So they had one chamber. If they had an X on the box, that meant save this body. So they would put that body in a certain incinerator, and it had a fake bottom that would open, and the coffin would drop out, and then nothing would burn, and they would, I don't know how they built this in secret.
Good question.
So what do you call this secret of a place? Does it have a special name in English?
Well, I would just call it the fake bottom, and I don't know where it fell down to, but it fell somewhere they could get the body.
Yeah, I mean, just the place they escaped from.
So we'd call it, there was a secret chamber under the incinerator. So when the bottom opened, the coffin would fall into a secret chamber, a secret room, and then they would go in there later and get the body and take the organs out. So now they got the organs. How do they get the organs off the island to sell?
Yeah, let's ask Gi-hun, how they sell these organs?
Two of them. Use a bigger boat for Chinese people. They will trade there, get the money, the other part to get the organs. Like will meet.
How do they get off the island?
At the same place. Maybe with submarines.
So they have like a secret, like, I don't know how we call it, secret.
Are they the divers?
Maybe the dive, I guess.
Okay.
Yes.
Why is there a secret room next to some water with scuba tanks so you can swim underwater and escape from the island? Why does that exist?
In case of
for the
emergency.
VIB.
I think.
Yeah.
Because
they had an emergency escape route for the VIPs in case the police found out about their operation. So these guys were using that secret escape route, the scuba tanks, to swim underwater with the organs to a boat waiting off the island. They'd swim underwater and deliver the organs to the boat and swim back. And they did all this in secret. How do they charge the tanks back up? You know, a lot of questions.
Okay, let's be, you know, kind to filmmakers, not to go to the details.
Oh, okay. So, Ivan, we'll talk just about episode 5 today.
Yeah.
Yes, because you know, sometimes when we improvise, we cannot stop, you know, and it takes more time, but it's okay.
No,
you know,
Sarah and I, we're going to finish the series, right, Sarah?
Yes.
Okay, next time we can take 6 to 8 or something like this, because you know we
episode 6 made me cry.
Yeah, it's a good one.
And you, even me, yes, it's a tear-jerking episode.
Yeah,
heart-wrenching.
I love Ilnam.
Okay. Hold your horses.
That old man pretty smart, isn't he?
He's still alive, you know. We did not go there yet.
You think so?
Yes, I'm sure. He's okay. Let's make some slides. So episode 5, and what does mean this Squid Games?
It's a block, chamber? You know, the chamber they play the marble.
Okay, so I can see that you like the episode 6 more, right?
Yeah, Marvel.
Episode 5. As everyone else, I guess. Okay, let's start with this one. Sergey.
Not Layla.
Not Layla.
Yeah, at the moment when team of Gi-hun won, and in the picture we can see the platform and the guillotine and the wire and the light.
And that sharp
And,
blade when it cut the rope.
in the center of the picture, we can see some people who fell from their platform, and we can see blood and two or three bodyguards and some metal construction stayed or as a base of the platform. And
Actually, can we say framework for this metal construction framework or something? Yep. Okay. Thank you.
Like a crane.
Yeah.
I'd call it a tower or a support column. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I'd call it a tower, a small tower.
Okay, a lot of bodies, but I doubt that after this failing, some organs can be useful.
Even I watched the scene.
Maybe eyes.
My eyes closed. Come on.
Yeah,
notice the edges of the platform are painted yellow for safety.
Yeah.
So you don't fall off and hurt yourself.
The safety is very important for our air company.
Yes.
Didn't you guys feel squeamish at the sight of the blood, Shred? Squeamish. I felt once I saw all the blood.
Oh, yeah. That's up to individual people. Some people don't like the sight of blood. Yeah, squeamish. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Good word.
Okay, so Sergey, why is they laying on their back?
Because of the gravitation and inertia.
Because of the inertia. So rope was tight, right? And they tried to stay on the platform, and then guillotine, it cuts the rope in the moment, right?
Ivan, I think this moment and only this moment, not before, not after, those people are very happy. It's absolutely happy.
Exactly. A lot of adrenaline, right? And they say, we made it. We
live!
Yeah.
How would we call this, lights? Is it a lantern or something?
I guess a light post.
Light post. Okay. Yeah. Well, very expensive, I would say, setup for just to kill people. We can find the easier way. So it must be a show. But
on the other hand, it's very expressive for waiters and for visitors.
For visitors,
I think it's a very interesting, it's very exciting moment when people fell down from the platform.
I don't know. I would not
like in movie. Layla, only in movie. Trust me.
Only in the movie, right?
Sergey, I just couldn't watch. Believe me.
Okay, Layla, let me ask you another question. Who invented this guillotine machine? Do you know?
French people, I think.
Yes.
French people there, they know how to make things.
It has to be very, 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 just long time ago. Mario Antoinette or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Napoleon time, I guess. So not the ancient time, but medieval time, how we call it. I don't know.
Before Napoleon, the French Revolution in 1789.
Yeah, good. Yeah. So a modern thing, I would say. Okay. Anything else? Or we can go? Okay, let's go to the next one. Layla, would you please? Why he's smiling?
This one is this disgusting gangster. He was talking with our nice, sweet guy, Gi-hun. And his face expression is really interesting. He was trying to tease him or make him scared, but in fact, he looks tense.
Kind of, yes. Yes. How would you
This is a
describe this?
dormitory. These are the bunk beds, and they're trying to set a barricade, I guess.
Yeah. Can you see on this? What is this? The towel or what is this? There are stains of blood, right?
Unfortunately, thank you, Gi-hun. I saw them now.
Yeah. So the dormitory, it's not that neat as it used to be.
Yeah. All people, almost all the participants show their aggressiveness, just in a way.
Yeah. So how many stories has this bunk beds? I can find 5 at least. So it's not convenient to be a 5-man on the top, right?
You got steps. You got steps though, so that's pretty nice.
Yeah.
I need my elevator if I am on the top one. Okay. Anything else about this picture? What can we find?
I don't know what.
Well, a lot of metal things. So it's not a safe room, I would say. If you have a fight here, there are a lot of things to be damaged. Right?
They remember during the very fight, a lot of bunk beds were down. I never thought that they were going to be down.
Yeah.
You'd think they would bolt them to the floor, wouldn't you think?
Yeah.
Well, disgusting place. I would not go there. Wow.
Okay, you can talk about it.
Sarah, would you like to describe what is happening there?
Yes, sure. This is in the operation room when the doctor incites the body and trying to extract the guts because they want to sell them, the organs. And I remember also when these guards were talking garrulously, and then they got on the doctor nurse and he started yelling at them, and he lost his mind. Then he grabbed one of the guard and yes, eviscerating. Yes, then he told them that it's not an easy task when they ask him to hurry up because they don't want to miss the boat. And what else? You wanted to complete what happened when he just grabbed one of the guard and put the knife in his neck, and threatened if they don't tell him what the next game is, he gonna kill that guard.
How would we say this? It's a take a hostage. Actually, can we say so? He took a guard as a hostage, right?
Yep.
Yes,
Guard. Okay.
Yep. Took a guard hostage. Yep.
So
and
the guard.
There's a lot of blood here. It's so disgusting.
Yeah. I don't like.
Yes, I've told you. I just squeamish. Yeah, this feels good.
We call it unsanitary.
Unsanitary. Yeah.
So Sarah, how could you remember so elaborately? Congratulations.
But let's think about this one. So the guy on the right, the guard, he has a knife and he's actually as an assistant to surgery, right? So probably this scam existed without a doctor. Probably there was a guy who, I don't know, who was a number one choice to extract organs. So doctor just addition to scam could be, I don't know.
They put also the organs on a bag, a plastic bag filled with water, I think, maybe cold water perhaps.
Water or some kind of preserving solution. It might have been salt water or something designed to keep it from going bad too quickly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Okay, let's go forward. I don't like this scene. Vasanth, would you like, please, to describe what is happening there?
Yeah, I think Gi-hun is hallucinating. His past.
Oh, okay.
I think it was his dad. He was beaten to death in a riot. I think it's a riot. The police thrown tear gas. Started to beat every protester. His dad was dead. He was killed by the policeman. So this visual created or triggered this hallucination.
Yeah. Yeah. So police use tear gas. Also, police sometimes use sleeping gas. Actually, how we call it. So tear gas makes you cry, right?
Yeah, just tear gas is what they use.
Okay, so they.
I don't need that, Ivan. I can cry anytime.
And rubber bullets, yeah.
But it's not the same, Leila. It's not the same to cry about the movie.
They can't take a breath, right?
But,
right.
Yeah,
they can't.
Leila, just save your tears for the next episode.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would use, if I were the police, I'd use sleeping gas. Sleeping gas would stop the riot 100%. Now you just carry them to the jail and they're all under arrest. Simple.
So you wake up, you're already in the jail, you are sentenced, so everything is calm. Yeah.
No one's hurt, no one's dead.
Probably they don't want to arrest people. They want them, to fly away, to skedaddle, I guess. So that's why. Okay. Kind of.
That's what I explained. Yeah.
Gerard, could you please find something here?
The 111 is the doctor, I guess, who helps, and the other guy with the triangle is the police.
No.
No.
The policeman and the other guy have left to go deliver the organs underwater. He's holding this guy hostage.
Yeah.
And there's a guy in front of him. So he's telling the guy in front of him, go find out what the next game is or this guy's going to die.
Oh, okay. Yeah, now I see.
Who cares about him?
He's threatening to kill this guy if the other guards don't provide the information he needs. And also that can spoil all the operation, of the operation. So the guards must be worried about that, about this threat.
Yeah, and what happened after? So what happened with hostage? Do you remember?
I think he killed him. I don't remember.
Yeah, I guess. So.
Stabbed him in the neck with a scalpel.
Yeah, but why? Because there's this guy in red, this triangle guy, he started to attack him, right? So
that's right.
Yeah. So it was a big mess, I would say, big mess, and one guy got killed. Well, never play with.
Actually, what did he kill him with? It's not sculptor, or did you say?
Scalpel.
Oh, I see.
It looks like a little silver.
Sickle. I think we did one of that.
Scalpel.
Okay.
Looks like a little silver knife blade.
Gi-hun, what about this one? Oh, sorry.
Okay. Here's when the doctor ran out from the operation room, and one of the staff was following him. And here's they came at I think it's the honeycomb where they play this game. He's trying to dissuade or persuade him to give himself or to surrender and go back to the dormitory. When he left his gun, the doctor trusted him, and when he get close to him, he killed him. And I think at the same moment, the front man came. Or am I wrong?
Right after that, yeah.
And killed him too, I think.
So number 111 keeps something in his hand. Gi-hun, how we call this thing? Do you remember?
Sorry, what did you say?
Yeah, this guy is a doctor, right? He is keeping a thing, a weapon in his hands. Do you know the name of this thing?
Oh, it's a knife, but I can't remember exactly what kind of knife.
Oh,
A
it's not a
killing
knife.
knife.
No.
It has a
hand.
No,
name.
I'm just kidding. No.
It's a crowbar, right? Usually.
Crowbar.
Crowbar, right.
Remember in Starman, the guy on the road had a crowbar.
Okay.
And it turned red hot and he dropped it. This is a crowbar for car tires. Why it's on this island in this facility, I have no idea.
Just in toolbox, just to repair something. And speaking about repair something, there is a playground on the right? Gi-hun, how would you describe this playground with a big sphere?
I don't know what to say. Like, the walls are painted as clouds, and it's like a sandy floor. Can we say sandy?
Yeah,
maybe, yep.
Some children games, maybe.
You're speaking about this kind of metal things, right?
For climbing, yeah, for kids to climb on. Kids love to climb.
And why the floor is sandy and not a concrete, Gi-hun? What do you think?
Maybe they are trying to make it exactly as the playground for children, just for safety. So maybe it's just the same thing, the same idea, because all the games are for children, so they're making the places to the same.
Yeah, all the games are childish games, right? From the childhood.
Very childish you are.
I have to admire this pink guy, this conspirator. Can you imagine you're in a secret scam, a conspiracy in this organization, and if you get discovered, you're going to die. And here, this doctor, your main conspirator, is betraying you. He's killed one of your own people. Now you got a dead body you got to get rid of. He's chasing this guy through the hallway, so the cameras are recording all of this. And you're here trying, calm down. We can still live if you calm down. The desperation in this guy, I can't even imagine.
Wow.
Not a good situation, right? Okay, and I guess the last one for today. Vo, would you like to describe?
Yes. The policeman
shoot, right?
Shoot to some guard
body.
guard.
So what is this? Is this room? What is about? What is this chamber?
This here.
Yeah, it's a. Do you remember we discussed it? It's a secret chamber, for like escaping room, something like this. So you can go there secretly and escape the island, right?
Yes.
And probably it's not a river. I guess it's an ocean because they talked about submarine or something.
Yeah, it's like they're underwater. And there's a tunnel that comes up here. So you've got a big open area. You can jump in here and swim underwater and exit the area and go out into the open ocean.
Well, can you see these metal things on the left?
Yes.
What is this?
For scuba diving.
Yeah. How we call them? Balloons, usually balloons for scuba diving.
We call them tanks.
Tanks. Okay, tanks. So they have oxygen, right?
Scuba tanks, yeah. Air, high pressure air, about 3,000 pounds, I think. No, 1,000? 1,000. I've already forgot. About 1,000, 1,300 pounds or something, yeah.
Anyway, nobody understands about pounds, usually, so any number is good.
Yeah, high pressure.
So what about the atmosphere? Is it a fun place? Would you like to play there?
No. It's dark.
It's dark and I say
gloomy.
Gloomy. Yeah.
So does anyone remember how they got to this room?
I can't say.
Remember there was a cabinet. You had to move the cabinet away from the wall and go through a hole in the wall, and they had a rope to pull the cabinet back against the hole to hide the hole.
So it's a secret room, or a secret door.
Secret passage behind the wall. And remember, as they climbed down a ladder, there was something next to the ladder. And the guy said, "What is this?" Do you remember?
Yeah.
It's a bomb. Yeah.
Okay. So why is there a bomb in this secret passageway to the escape route?
Because they want to explode the whole places after they escape. Yes.
If the police are chasing you, you go past the bomb, turn it on, keep escaping, and the bomb will blow up and block the passage so people can't follow you.
Yeah.
Teacher Lee, how this corrupt staff discovered this place?
Well, I guess they knew about it. I guess it's part of their training. That's a good question. I wondered that too.
Yeah.
Why would
Yeah, it has no sense, right, to tell about your secret passage to everyone, because there are traitors.
Yeah.
Only a few people are going to get out. The rest of them are going to be left here to be caught or die.
Right.
So I wouldn't tell people that, this room here is only for a few important people to escape. The rest of you are left behind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy.
Okay, so guys, thank you very much. I think it's all for today, and we have no choice. For the next class, we have number 6 and could be number 7. Let's set one at least. Okay.
Thank you very much for everything, Teacher Lee, Ivan, and dear friends.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody. Goodbye.
Buy your
Take
mask next time. Bye.
Good masks. You're into this, Ivan. I'm impressed.
Thank you. Thank you, Teacher Lee, for your help. Bye.